guys, checking out my new favorite game, The Binding of Isaac. My favorite YouTubers, Cooked Elk, Lazy Matman. That guy's no slouch, right? Check this out, man. Check this out. Okay, we got a whole list of stuff I gotta get to. I gotta get the cracked orb, the sacred orb, rock bottom, all these crazy new items. Let me see how I find this stuff, man. Let me check this out. Okay, get this right here. We're going to the Binding of Isaac wiki. Okay, how am I gonna get the rock bottom? Where's the rock? There's a lot of rocks in here, right? A lot of things that look like they could be rock. But this guy's sad right here. Okay, he's hit rock bottom. He's hit rock bottom real sad. Do you get the joke? But let's check it out right here. Okay, how are we gonna get rock bottom? We gotta beat Boss Rush. It's Jacob and Esau. I don't know who Esau is. I've heard of this Jacob guy. Let's check out Jacob. Where's he gonna be, man? All right, checking this out. We get right through it. Ignore that. Jacob, unlocked by being question mark. I see, like I told you, this guy Jacob. Jacob, who's Esau? You know what I mean? Who's this guy? Okay, how do we get Jacob unlocked? I don't know who question mark is. Maybe that's secret. Defeat Mother. Who's Mother? Mother's a boss in the corpse. What's the corpse? Corpse is a new floor. To unlock the corpse, you have to get the mausoleum. What's mausoleum? Mausoleum will appear after mines. Mines will appear after flooded caves. What's the flooded caves? What's the downpour? What's the dross? What is all this shit? What is all this shit? What the f is all this shit? We gotta get the downpour. How do I get the downpour? Oh, I gotta beat Hush 3 times. Okay. So to get the rock bottom, we gotta get Jacob and Esau. And to get Jacob and Esau, we gotta find Mother. And to find Mother, we gotta go to the corpse. And to go to the corpse, we gotta go to the mines. What the hell's this? To go to the mines, we gotta come from the mausoleum with the knife pieces. Okay, how do I get the knife pieces? In Downpour. And to get to Downpour, we gotta beat Hush. Okay, how do I beat Hush? We gotta go to question mark. How do I go to question mark? You gotta beat Mom's Heart 10 times and beat it within 30 minutes. 30 minutes? I'm total dog shit in this game. How the hell am I gonna beat this in 30 minutes? Oh my god. This is an impossible conundrum, isn't it? I need the rock bottom to be good enough to get to this floor. But to be good enough to get to this floor, I gotta get the rock bottom. It's a rock in a hard place. Look at this list. Look at this laundry list. Look at this. This looks like an itinerary for Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? You gotta be in 5 million different fucking places at the same time. Gotta be... Look at all these miners you gotta get to as Mr. Beast. I mean, this is a lot of work, people. This is a lot of work. This is Chris Tyson levels of work here. And, you know, he's gone now. What are we supposed to do about that? So, this is the thing that this laundry list is about. Who's this good for, you know? Who is this good for? I'm gonna drop the act now and just get into this. You know, I've obviously been playing this game for a while. You know, that is my save over there on the left right here. But I did download a Dead God save because, mainly because of this. And what I really wanted to talk about with this is just how much these games seem to not value our limited time on this planet. And it's easy to see with the Isaac community because it's obviously, you know, a lot of young folks. I see Cooked Elk does at the end of his videos. He got a lot of art from a lot of young people. You can tell the community skews young. And when it's like that, you know, you're not really counting the hours of your day until you go into work. You know what I mean? When you're a high schooler, a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old will never value their time as much as a 35-year-old will. And you know, it's not a bad thing, and it's not a value statement. It's not judging one person over the other. But stuff like this is clearly just so disrespectful of our time on this earth as video game players, that there's just this endless chain. Let's check out GameFAQs.com. Who's been there? And anybody been there in a few years? That's a throwback, right? Let's look up Cybernator. This is a cool game. SNES. We got some cheats here. Cheats, 100 cheats they don't want you to know about. Remember that Scholastic Book Fair? That was crazy. I can't believe they let me know about those cheats. They could have gotten serious trouble for letting me know about those cheats. I don't know why they let me know about those cheats. But let's check out these cheats right here. We got extra continues. We got some unlocks here. Make the napalm gun, and make the napalm gun upgradable. And then we got some endings. You know, the appeal behind Cybernator, that you get to play as a big giant Gundam looking mech that has weighty physics, huge miniguns, napalm gun, fly through space with the napalm gun. It's so much more, you know, raw of what it is. You know, the game Cybernator is the experience Cybernator. And what I feel like one of those things we've lost touch with in the modern day of gaming is the game just being the game. There's this idea that kind of came up, you know, it probably skews a bit further back than that, but it came up, I remember seeing, you know, real like video essays about it around the time of Undertale, you know, mid-2010s, which was talking about whether or not games have to be fun, you know, whether they have to be fun or just offer a challenging / engaging experience. And you can definitely see with a game like The Binding of Isaac, they've definitely skewed much further towards the challenging / fun. What a lot of players say when you bring up how god-awful a character that Jacob and Esau is created for sometime around when the game Afterbirth or something like that launched. That was the hard character, and that's why they have all these goated unlocks: Birthright, Stairway, Red Stew, Damocles, Rock Bottom. They've got Magic Skin. They've got some really good stuff, but you know, the core behind that is like, this character is so hard, we have to reward the players for putting themselves through this hell by offering them something good at the end of the tunnel. Which, you know, for me, you know, as a guy who's, you know, getting to the age where his time is starting to be, you know, worth something, and not just, you know, endlessly being able to dump it into a game that's, you know, not all that fun. You know, it's just, I don't know, scary or stupid. But this idea of like a game being challenging and the reward being the challenge and the journey behind it, it's very like childish, you know. Like the only person who is walking around right now in our current economic environment and is like, boy, I sure wish I had some more challenges to deal with some rewards at the end of the tunnel. If you want that, you go to work. You go to your job, you ask for overtime, you pick up, you know, something like this, and you learn how to use it, and then you got something to show off at parties. This is a real tangible reward for challenge that will pay off. Anyone sees this and they recognize that you can do something cool with it, that's an instant like that, you know, social connection. And there's only so much time in life that you can spend until that has to factor into your day, where you can, where you need to start thinking of the way you spend your time as valuable outside yourself. So I'm learning this to connect with others, because that is now valuable with me, and I am not a you know, college student or a high schooler that can just you know, get by with never having to interact socially. There's a lot of, you know, fantasizing about that. Certain people, you know, want to form their whole lives around being able to avoid any type of social interaction. But when you get enough years in your life, that does become important, and you will see the utility behind it. This is a long-winded things to go on about, but what I'm looping around to is that learning this has a real-life, tangible reward, and grinding this bullshit. I'm at 100 hours, and I don't have half of this shit. 100 hours, and I don't get to play with half of this crap? Like, god damn, like, what the hell? I mean, I know, well, you know, get good and everything. I could just, you know, be better at the game and get through it faster. But man, this is just, who are you gonna connect with at this? Are you gonna go to a party, or a meet and greet, a networking event, and talk to somebody about, you know, how crazy your Tainted Cain Mega Satan run was or something? You know, like what? There's no light at the end of the tunnel for this. There's no tangible rewards. The reward has to be in the game itself. But why can the reward not just be gotten from playing the game? I downloaded a Dead God save. I really enjoyed Tainted Samson. I thought the donkey jawbone was awesome. That was a really fun, you know, mechanic, just running around whacking people. That was really cool. But to think about, you know, the effort that I would need to put in to get as much fun as I'm having from these runs as I am right now, I just don't see the trade-off there. You know, I don't see that as being, you know, fair to myself and fair to my own time that I spent, you know, putting into this. The whole completion list is just an endless, like, oh, if I get this, the game will be more fun. Oh, if I unlock this, the game will be more fun. Why isn't the game just fun off the bat? Or why isn't there a method for us to just play the characters we like to get these things? Why does it have to be that you have to play the hard character to get the good items? Why can't it be have fun with the game more and more to get the good items? You know what I mean? That's you know, there's plenty of games that it did stuff like that. You know, Resident Evil 4, you could you just play and buy the weapons you like and repeat the playthrough and, you know, buy more of the weapons you like. It doesn't have to be this you know, defeat Krauser in 5 minutes to unlock the mine thrower or some stuff like that. You know, it's just enjoy the game, continue to enjoy the game, and you get cool stuff. Same thing with like Devil May Cry 3. Enjoy the game, unlock, you know, whatever the crazy Dante modes were, which barely even, most of those weren't even that game changing. It's just, I don't know, just rewards of the game. But another question I want to pose is, which game is more fun? The Binding of Isaac Dead God completed save, or The Binding of Isaac, you just downloaded it and you're unlocking everything? You know what I mean? I think that Metal Gear Solid 3, whether or not you've unlocked and are on like a repeat playthrough with all the crazy, you know, camos that you unlocked in that game that have all those special effects, I think that the base game is just as fun as that end game. Do you think, Mr. 4,000 hours on Binding of Isaac, do you think that the start of the game is just as fun as the Dead God save? Because most of these YouTubers are playing on completed or almost completed saves with most of these goated tier unlocks unlocked. And I think there's a reason behind why they're doing that. I think that the start of the game is, I think it's fun, and I definitely fell in love with it because, you know, I put in 90 something hours since I downloaded this, I think 2 months ago or something. I don't know, maybe a little under that. But yeah, I think that the community itself has decided that the finished, completed game is a lot more fun than the unfinished, uncompleted game. And there's nothing wrong with that, but this idea that, you know, the challenge, the juice is worth the squeeze, or the process of juicing is as exciting as drinking the wine. No. Nobody says, come over my house and let's juice some grapes together. this journey, this Undertale, you know, challenge games that are challenging or engaging are worth just as much as games that are fun to some people, but that segment of people is shrinking all the time. You know, there's games are going to have to start forming around adults who value their time more, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of this completion stuff, this is going to get left on the table by a lot more players nowadays, because people just don't have the time to sink in, hope that the game gets more fun. I'm really against this idea of the journey being worth just as much as the destination. Did you see that in Cybernator? No, the journey and the destination were like the same place in Cybernator. It's you're walking around as a giant tank with legs and you're blowing stuff up. Those two have met right together. You know, there's nothing more. The game wears itself on its sleeve. You know, there's nothing hidden there about the journey that would somehow be more exciting. But I don't know. I think a lot of these games have kind of convinced us that the juice is worth the squeeze, or that the squeeze is fun in and of itself, and I'm just not seeing it. I think that, personally, I think that the Binding of Isaac completed save, I think if you are to download the game, Binding of Isaac, that you should just download a completed save as well. I mean, the game is clearly, the community thinks the game is more fun with a completed save than it is with an uncompleted save. You know, everyone's rushing to get Dead God. Why are they doing that? Just for, you know, achievements, just to spend their life away? They probably think that, you know, unlocking everything will lead to a more enjoyable experience. And, you know, if that's true, if the journey is worth something, then the destination has to be worth something as well. Hey, tell me what you think about it. I mean, do you think that this is a good model for how the rest of our games should work? What do you think about my idea of, you know, just playing the game? I mean, I see no problem with letting people play Isaac or Judas for forever until the end of time, and just allowing them to buy things from a shop with, you know, it's like double, even coins, but in some different metric, like measuring how many end game bosses you were able to kill in one run, then you get more coins or something like that. Or if you made it to boss rush, or if you made it to hush or something like that. I think that would be a much more fun experience for everyone involved. I don't think that forcing players through characters that admittedly by the developers are more difficult to get a hold of, I don't think that that's good for player retention. I don't think that that's respectful of players' time. And I would really rather we got rid of that in favor of something that prioritizes fun above all else, because that's what I think is a big thing lacking in the gaming world right now, is fun above everything else. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Sayonara.
Subscribe, lil nigga, or I'll touch you.